Good morning, children. Last class we discussed about the types of neuron, structure of neuron, and classification of neuron based on the structural and functional. Today we are going to discuss about the central nervous system. There are three types of the nervous system: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and autonomous nervous system. In central nervous system, two important parts: brain and spinal cord plays a vital role. The brain and spinal cord is covered by three layers, that is durometer, outer layer it is very thick, and middle layer is called as arachnoid membrane, and inner layer is called as a pyometer. It is a supply with the high amount of blood. Meningitis, it is a one kind of the diseases because the meninges means the three layer that is called as a meninges. If any inflammations occur, if any damages occur, this type of the diseases or causes. First we discuss about the human brain. The human brain consists of three main parts. It is forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain is divided into again three parts: cerebrum, thalamus, hypothalamus, and midbrain. And third one is called as a hindbrain. The hindbrain is divided into three main parts: cerebellum, pons, medulla oblongata. See that this is the structure of the brain. You see that cerebrum and thalamus, hypothalamus belongs to the forebrain, and this one is called as a midbrain. This one is called as a midbrain, and hindbrain, cerebellum, pons, and medulla oblongata. These three part is coming under the hindbrain. A cerebrum, it is the largest portions. It is divided into left and right cerebral hemisphere. It is connected by the corpus callosum. The outer portions are gray in matter, so it is called as a cerebral cortex, and inner is a white in matter, so it is called as a cerebral medulla. And there is a ferrosar occurs. There is a gyri elevations. The elevation is called as a gyri, and depression is called as a sulci. That is, elevation means it is higher portion, that is called as a gyri, and depression, that is called as a sulci. There are the four type of the lobes are present: frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. These are all responsible for the specific function. Each lobe is used for the specific functions. If any damages in the cerebral lobe, it affect the a specific functions of the organs. What are the function means? Concentration, consciousness, intelligence, imaginations, reasoning. These are all some of the functions among the brain. At behind of the ear structure of the brain, you have the tubular column. Different type of different parts of the brain and different type of the functions in the head. Another side. It is a very important. It may ask in the head seven more question. But if they ask a structure of the brain means you want to write all this theory part as well as the diagram. On tablet the parts of brain and function means the tabular column alone in the page number 223. One tabular column having that tabular column alone you want to write. Okay, these are the functions of the cerebrum. Next one is called as a thalamus. It is called as a conducting center. Thalamus is called as a conducting center for sensory motor signaling. It acts as a relay center. And next one is called as a hypothalamus. It is act as a thermoregulatory. Thermoregulatory means maintain the body temperature. Thermo means it denotes their heat. Regulator means maintain. So it maintain the body temperature. So it is called as a thermoregulator. Along with the thermoregulator, it controls the secretion of the hormones from the pituitary glands. This is called as a pituitary glands. This the hormones secreted by these glands also controlled by the hypothalamus. Next one is called as a midbrain. It consists of four lobes. The each lobe is called as a corpus quadrigemina. Corpus quadrigemina that controls the visual as well as the auditory hearing reflexes. Visual seeing as well as the auditory reflexes are controlled by the midbrain. Next one is called cerebellum. The cerebellum is one of the part of the hindbrain. The hindbrain consists of three main parts. One is cerebellum, second one is pons, third one is medulla oblongata. Cerebellum, it is the largest, second largest part. First largest part is the cerebrum. The cerebellum is the second largest part. It having the two sides the hemisphere and a middle vermis. And also having the middle vermis. It controls the voluntary movements. Voluntary movements means nothing but walking, running, playing. These are called as voluntary movements, because if you want to run means first you want to send the message to the brain, then you will get the permission, then only possible to walk or play or talking. These are called as a voluntary actions. So the voluntary actions are controlled by cerebellum. Second one is called as a pons. It is the word Latin. It is called as a bridge, because it connects the cerebellum as well as the medulla oblongata or cerebrum. So only it is called as a bridge, and it relays the signals between the cerebellum, spinal cord, midbrain and cerebrum. From all the parts, the pons only relays their message. Next one is called as medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata is a posterior most part of the brain. This one is called as anterior most. This one is called as a posterior most part of the brain, that is called as a medulla oblongata. It is up to that part of the brain will be over. The next continuation of the spinal cord, continuation of the spinal cord. The medulla oblongata connect the brain as well as the spinal cord and various parts of the organs. And what is the main function means, it has the cardiac center, respiratory center and vasomotor centers, and controls the heartbeat and respiration. Like the important actions are controlled by the medulla oblongata. The below one tabular column we have, what is a tabular column means, they gave the parts of the brain, that is a cerebral cortex, thalamus, hypothalamus, cerebellum, pons and medulla oblongata. The next one is called as a spinal cord. Next one is called as a spinal cord. This one is called as a structure of the spinal cord. Already before the year enter into the spinal cord, we want to know about the two type of the neurons based on their function. One is called as a sensory neuron, another one is called as a motor neuron. What is the another name of the sensory neuron? The sensory neuron is the another name of the sensory neuron is called as a afferent neuron, and motor neuron is a efferent neuron. It is a cylindrical structure in the neurocanal of the vertebral column. It is also covered by the three meninges. It start from the ear. Medulla oblongata of the brain to the ear. First layer of the first lumbar vertebrata. Underline the word first lumbar vertebrata. From to, it is a very important. Up to that the spinal cord is present. The posterior motor of the ear spinal cords are tapered into the fibrous thread-like structure is called phlegm terminale. In the posterior part, the next in the pictures not have, but just imagination. Posterior part means the upper part is somewhat broad, while it is moves towards the ear bottom, it will be becomes the tail-like structure, that is called phlegm terminale, and it having the cavity that is called as a central canal, and a gray matter of the ear spinal cord is a hatch shaped. This one is called as a gray matter, and this one is called as a white matter, and this region is called as a dorsal root. The upper portion is called as a dorsal root, otherwise called as a afferent root. From the afferent root, and ventral portions, bottom portion is called as a ventral root or efferent root. Both are coming under the spinal root. The transmission of the reflex action. The next video session we will see. That is at the time it is a very important. What is the two type of the root? Afferent root as well as the efferent root. The afferent root occurs in the dorsal portion of the spinal cord, and efferent root, the afferent is otherwise called as a sensory root, and the motor root, that is called as a efferent root. It is located at the ventral of the spinal nerves. The spinal cord controls the sensory as well as the motor impulses to the brain and from the brain. Message sent to the brain. See the arrow mark. It is here to the brain as well as the from the brain. Both the messages are controlled by the spinal cord only. So whatever messages from received from the sense organs. It also passed through the spinal cord to brain, and also while the message is received by the muscular organ, it is also received by the brain and entered through the spinal cord and reached the other different type of the organs. Okay, after that this is called as a structure of the spinal cord is also over. It may ask in the 7 more questions. Simply it is which one is called as a gray matter and which one is called as a white matter, and where the sensory roots are attached and where the motor roots was attached. Okay, thank you children.